TFO, Tritium Fiber Optic Bright Sight from TRUGLO. The indoor, outdoor, daytime, nighttime bright sight. How good are they? Pretty good. So, TRUGLO TFO sights on a Glock 41, or any Glock for that matter. Here's what we've learned. If you watched my installation video where I installed the sights on this very gun, you saw that I had a little bit of problem with the front sight. The problem I had was that the sight was a little bit loose, and no matter how much I tightened the screw, being careful not to over tighten and strip it, it was still a little bit loose, and I had to use adhesive, Loctite actually, to try to compensate for that. And that wasn't a good long-term solution. So I contacted the good people at TRUGLO, and they almost immediately had a good idea what the problem was. They sent me a replacement screw that is shorter in length than the one that came with the sight. So the reason for that is Gen 4 Glocks have thinner material, thinner metal in the front of the slide up where the sight goes in than previous generation Glocks. And so you need a shorter screw so that you can get that sight tight enough without over tightening and so forth. The longer screw won't tighten the sight enough. So that was the problem. Now, TRUGLO assures me that as of the past several months, 6 months or so, pretty much all TRUGLO sights are made and packaged with the shorter screws. They should actually come with 2 screws, a longer and a shorter, to allow you to have whichever one you need. So it's possible that I just had got a sight package or sight set that was packaged prior to that. So if you have a Gen 4 Glock and you're shopping for or purchasing a set of TRUGLO sights, what I would recommend is to make sure that they do come with, that it does come with the 2 screws. Specify that it's for a Gen 4. And depending on if you order directly from TRUGLO, maybe give them a call and specify that. And if you're ordering from somewhere else, check to make sure right away that you have 2 screws and you can maybe measure them. Now I'll show you what the measurements will be. They're actually listed as an 80 thousandth, that will be the shorter, and a 95, I believe, thousandths, that will be the longer. However, that's just the thread length. What I would recommend is just using a good pair of digital calipers like this, or a micrometer, any precision measuring tool you have that can measure thousandths of an inch. I'm going to take the screw and just place it in your caliper and get a measurement on it. And I'm starting with the longer screw, and this longer screw measures 131 thousandths of an inch, and that's the overall length. That includes the head of the screw and the threads. So if we take a look at the shorter screw, it measures 115 thousandths of an inch. So again, that's the overall length. What they're listed at is by thread length only. They're listed as 95 thousandths and 80 thousandths respectively. So for a Generation 4 Glock, you need the shorter screw. You need the 80 thousandths screw, which is going to measure an overall length of about 115. So that's how you can do a quick check before you install to make sure you've got the right part, so you don't have a disappointment and you don't have to put the gun in the safe and not be able to use it until you're able to get a replacement. If you don't have the right screw, call TRUGLO or send them an email. Their customer service is top-notch. They are very, very responsive, and they will take care of you post-haste. When you're choosing replacement sights for your handgun, there are a lot of good options available. Some use tritium to create glow-in-the-dark night sights that's perfect for low light or no light conditions. Some use fiber optic filaments to capture ambient light and magnify it, making them a great choice for daylight. But TRUGLO TFO sights combine both: fiber optics that glow brightly in daylight, with tritium included, which makes them glow under their own power in total darkness. Whether the light source is the sun or interior room lights, the fiber tubes of the TRUGLO sights gather the light and focus it to the end of the filament where you'll see it as a bright dot. Just take a look at what the TRUGLO sight picture looks like from the shooter's point of view. Here are the TRUGLO sights on my Glock 41, seen the way I see them when I'm shooting, whether I'm just target shooting or whether I'm running them in an IDPA competition.
No, I just...
How about low light or no light? How about total darkness? What you're looking at right now is a Glock with standard factory sights in total darkness. Not very interesting, is it? I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel if this was an emergency. See? It really was there. Here's a Glock with TRUGLO TFO sights in total darkness. The camera's having a little trouble trying to decide whether to focus on the front sight or the rear sight, a problem some shooters seem to have too. But at least the camera and the shooter can see them. TRUGLO TFO sights are a nice choice for indoor and outdoor brightness.